Music helps me escape, it makes me cry, it makes me happy. Music moves people. AirPods changed the way that we listen to music forever. And now with AirPods Pro, the experience has even gotten better. Kind of. Let me explain. What's going on, guys, and welcome to my review of the AirPods Pro. I have a lot to say about these two little guys. These two little guys have a lot of great improvements, but the improvements that Apple has added to the AirPods Pro, I'm not really a big fan on how Apple has actually changed. Let me explain as I said. So the way that this review is going to work, I'm going to start off with the good, then the bad, and then my concluding overall thoughts and letting you guys know if they are worth the upgrade from the AirPods 1 or the AirPods 2. Before I get started, just as a reminder, I've opened up a Patreon account, Nikias Plus, with amazing perks, with amazing benefits. Check it out. Links are in the description below. You can join me on live streams. We have a Telegram group. It's a lot of fun. Once again, links in the description. Not for real. Let's get started. All right, so AirPods Pro. We've got a new design. The case has gotten a little bit squished. It's larger horizontally, yet shorter vertically. Portability is incredible. They fit in your pocket. There's other competitors out in the market. The Sony earphones, which have a horrible name. This is the name. I'm not even gonna try to say that. But yeah, AirPods Pro are super small. AirPods Pro are still very small. Portability is still great. The actual earbuds have also been redesigned. The stem is now shorter, which is a change that I don't really like, but I want to talk about the negative later on the video. We've also got a new design change on the AirPods that a lot of people really wanted, but there was also a lot of people that didn't want this at all. And that is the new silicone tips. And basically the silicone tips have been made because of the noise canceling, because with silicone tips they really get in your ear and the noise cancellation works so much better. But this is something that I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a negative aspect, but these are the AirPods, the second generation, and these are the AirPods Pro. The second generation, I really like the design aspect of it because you just put them in your ear and it was super easy. With the AirPods Pro, it's not as easy because you have to really get it in your ear. So like the actual putting it on process is not as simple. For some people, they will really like this change because for some people, the first generation AirPods / AirPods 2, they fell for a lot of people. For me, this wasn't the case. The AirPods first generation and second generation never fell out of my ear. AirPods Pro, of course, will not fall out of my ear either. For the life of me. I mean, just literally check out these shots. I tried my hardest to get them out and it's literally impossible. Apple also gives you 3 different sizes for the silicone tips, so you can find the one that's the right for you. For me, I actually chose the small. The medium, it was kind of uncomfortable for me, so then I picked the small and I'm like, wow, these are way much more comfortable than I thought. And the silicone tips, I do have to say, I'm not a big fan of them. Like, I was one of those people that didn't really want them because I'm not really a big fan of silicone tips. I'd rather, just normal earphones. But I do have to say that Apple has done an excellent job with these guys because they don't feel uncomfortable. You kind of forget that you're wearing them sometimes since, they are so small. They've done really well. If I do have to choose one of these two, I would still prefer the old ones because they are just more comfortable. But the features that I'm about to say now make the AirPods Pro more worth it. The microphones on the AirPods Pro have also received an upgrade. They sound so much better now. So if you're a person that gets a lot of phone calls all day, or if you're FaceTiming a lot, you will definitely love this change because the upgrades with the microphone on the AirPods Pro are definitely really noticeable. You still get wireless charging on the AirPods Pro, which is great. You just lay it down on your mat and they will start charging. Now let's talk about sound quality now. Do the AirPods Pro sound better than the AirPods? And the answer to that is, if noise cancellation is on, the AirPods Pro do sound better than the AirPods. If noise cancellation isn't on, they might sound a little bit better. I haven't really noticed a big difference. By the way, I'm no sound expert. I'm no like super smart with audio stuff. If you guys want an awesome audio file review of the AirPods Pro, check out Painfully Honest Tech's video. I'll link it down below. Awesome guy. If you guys don't watch his videos, subscribe to him. He's awesome. but I definitely noticed a big difference with noise cancellation on. So I live in Barcelona, I live in a city, and in a city there's always like construction work going on and cars beeping and people screaming and just stuff. There's a lot of noise happening. So I really like the AirPods Pro because they cancel that completely. Whenever I put my music on with the AirPods, I listen to everything. That's one thing that I never really liked about the AirPods, because I just kept on hearing the construction work and my music. With the AirPods Pro, it blocks it out. Not completely, I do have to say that, because I mean they're earphones. Hopefully Apple, within the AirPods Pro 2, the noise cancellation can even be better. But I do have to say, after testing them out for like 2 weeks now, I've been testing them out, I do still hear construction work. Not a lot. It's really surprisingly awesome how little I hear the construction work. And if I don't think about it, my brain literally, it doesn't hear the construction work. I just listen to the music. Now, I honestly can't live without noise cancellation. Within these 2 weeks that I've been testing out the AirPods Pro, I've been testing one day the AirPods and then one day the AirPods Pro while walking to my uni, and there's always construction work. And now when I grab my first generation AirPods, it's like, wow. AirPods Pro are seriously really good. I wouldn't say that the AirPods are bad now, but if you live in a city, it's definitely something that you should consider upgrading. And noise cancellation is also a bigger deal than it seems, because with the AirPods Pro with noise cancellation, you don't have to put your music at full volume for you to hear the music at an okay volume. With the AirPods, you had to have music full volume if you want to listen to your music, especially if you were in an airplane, especially if you were out in the street. I was always putting my volume at like full volume, and that's not healthy for your ears. Now with the AirPods Pro, I always put my music around 60 to 70% with noise cancellation, and I can hear my music perfectly at an okay volume. Okay, that's all that I have for the good. Now, let's start talking on why these AirPods Pro disappointed me, because these AirPods really did disappointed me, and they're not what you think, and they're not what I thought they were. There's a lot of stuff that I just wish Apple would have done with the AirPods Pro, a lot of changes that Apple did that I don't really agree with, and the shorter stem is definitely one of them, because now, first of all, you have to actually hold instead of tapping. I felt like tapping was so much easier instead of actually holding it. Since it's so much shorter, it's kind of uncomfortable to actually, of course I'll get used to it, but it's a change that I feel like Apple shouldn't have done. Of course, we all get used to these tiny changes, but it's something that Apple, you shouldn't have changed this, because just tapping was amazing. Like, since it's so small, sometimes like you're running, it's kind of hard with tapping. It's like always super easy. So that's one thing that I don't really like. The shorter stem, something that I don't like, and then the actual holding / Apple, I don't like that. Another feature that I've been requesting Apple to do since the launch of the AirPods is volume control. We have no way on controlling our AirPods unless we have to ask Siri, which is sure okay since these guys have Hey Siri support. It really made sense to do this with the old design. Just do like this, swipe up, swipe down for volume control, since it was touch sensitive. Now, since this is pressure sensitive, Apple can't do it anymore, and with the short stem, it just doesn't really make sense for Apple to do this anymore. So volume control is something that Apple just should have desperately done, and it's a negative aspect, to be honest. Apple, everybody wants this, and you should have just done this with the AirPods Pro. Bilateral wireless charging. This is another feature that a lot of the competition has. The Galaxy Buds can be charged with the Samsung Galaxy S10 or with the Note 10. This is something that Apple should have done with the iPhone 11 Pro or with the iPhone 11, and Apple hasn't done that. So it's kind of annoying how I can't charge my AirPods with my iPhone. This is another thing that is like the competition has that, Apple doesn't, and it's like, why? I've also experienced a lot of bugs with the AirPods Pro, and you might be telling me, well, Nikias, don't worry, Apple will fix that with a software update. And you're right, of course they will fix it. Hopefully they'll fix it. Apple, please fix these bugs. But with the price that we're paying for the AirPods Pro, which by the way, I feel like it's a little bit overpriced to charge us this much for earphones. This is kind of getting crazy. I mean, I feel like Apple should have lowered the price of the AirPods 2 and put the price of the AirPods 2 for the AirPods Pro. I feel like AirPods Pro should have cost $200, to be honest. I don't know if this is a bug or not, which, by the way, the bugs that I was getting was literally I was listening to music and then I just got disconnected, so I had to go to settings and click my AirPods Pro, and then they connected again. I listened to music, and then guess what? They disconnected it again. This hasn't happened to me for the past 5 days, but when I first tried them out, it was really, really bad. And then stuff like this. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but it's really annoying how whenever I'm just putting one AirPod Pro in my ear, not my left one, just one, sometimes, not always, but sometimes noise cancellation goes on automatically, and it's really, really uncomfortable to only have one ear, only one earbud with noise cancellation, because you feel like, you know, when you're putting both AirPods on with noise cancellation, you feel like you're underwater. You feel this pressure, which is okay. Some people really, really don't like that. I've kind of gotten used to it with this like pressure type of thing, but it's really, really annoying, and it really messes up with your ear when you only have one AirPod on with noise cancellation, because then you feel like this one is like messed up, and it's something that just goes on automatically, and it's like, oh my gosh, let me turn that off. That kind of hurts my ear. So I don't know if this is a bug or if it's just Apple does that automatically, or maybe the AirPods do what you did last. I don't know what it is. I don't like that at all, and it's really, really annoying. Another thing that I didn't like about the AirPods, this is honestly pretty small, but it's a matter of experience, something that I experienced that I didn't really like. I was sharing music with my friend. We were listening to music together. Actually, she's my girlfriend. Yeah, if you guys want to check out a photo of us together, check it out. Links in the description to my Instagram. I mean, if you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me. Like right now, I'm literally posting so many photos, so many sneak peeks. I'm uploading a bunch of stories over there, letting you guys know, updating you guys. Go follow me on Instagram. Anyways, we were listening to music together. So cute, I know, thank you. AirPods Pro, since they have silicone tips now, since the AirPods Pro have different sizes, the size that I had for the AirPods Pro did not fit her, yet it fit me. So this is something that personally didn't happen with the AirPods. The AirPods usually fit everybody. If not, they maybe fell out of some people's ears, but they did not simply fit her, which was pretty annoying. So this is something that you should definitely consider if you're a person that loves to share music with your AirPods. The last thing that I don't like about the AirPods Pro is that the noise cancellation isn't customizable. I wish that the AirPods Pro would have like a level where you could put, okay, I want noise cancellation halfway. I hate that it just goes all out on noise cancellation and the pressure is like super big, which I've gotten used to it. But sometimes maybe I don't want like all the way noise cancellation, but maybe I want a little bit. That's definitely something that Apple, I'm sure, will do in the future, but should have been here from the very beginning. So that's my thoughts on the AirPods Pro. That's the stuff that I liked about it. That's the stuff that I didn't like about it. I hate the shorter stem. This is something that I don't like. I hate that now it's force touch instead of pressure sensitive. Apple has added a lot of new features, a lot of new changes, but I still prefer the old design. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think about the AirPods Pro? They're definitely not what I thought they would be. They are comfortable. I'm not going to say that. But these guys are way much more comfortable in my opinion, and they still don't fall. They are also really expensive. The AirPods Pro are really expensive. So, the question that everybody's asking me on Twitter, Instagram, everybody, literally, I'm so sick of you guys asking me this because I'm like, guys, I'm uploading my review, just calm down. I'm literally just gonna send all of you the link now. I'm just gonna spam this video to you all. Should you upgrade from the AirPods 2 or from the AirPods 1? And the answer to this is, drum roll please. Depends. It depends if noise cancellation is a big deal for you. If you live in the city, if construction work is literally something that you live with every day, or just beeping. If you're in New York City, if you're in Barcelona, Madrid, London, wherever the heck you are, if you're in a city, I would definitely say that they are worth the upgrade from the AirPods 2. If noise cancellation isn't really a big deal for you, I don't think it's worth it for you. If you like the design, maybe go for it. But I personally don't like the new. I like the way they look. I'm not gonna say that I don't like the way that they look, because they look futuristic. They look more futuristic, and they are pretty comfortable. But if I have to choose a design, so yeah, if noise cancellation is not a big deal for you, do not upgrade to the AirPods Pro. I was seriously planning on returning the AirPods Pro until I really tested out the noise canceling, and to be honest, I have to say, is really impressive, and it made me, rethink, and I'm actually keeping the AirPods Pro. I'm really happy with them, but I'm also pretty disappointed on a lot. I wish you could just merge these two, put the volume controls as well, and then we would have some perfect pair of AirPods. Right now, these guys are really far from perfect. There's seriously so much things that Apple could improve on. I'm still keeping them, sadly, because I wish I would get my $300 back. I wish I could just return them, but I am pretty happy with the noise cancellation. In fact, I'm seriously really happy with the noise cancellation, but I'm just pretty disappointed on the other features. So that's my review. I do recommend them if noise cancellation is a big deal for you guys. Thursday is my freaking birthday, so make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and make sure you guys congratulate me, because if you don't congratulate me, that means we're not friends. And we are friends, right? Yeah, we are friends. I love you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are my family, my friends. You guys are the freaking best. So yeah, Thursday, November 14th, my birthday. Don't forget. Seriously.